One day, I was having a conversation with a teacher about one of her students who requested a break. Mind you, this is a scholar student who rarely misses school and performs above average on her assessments and her classwork. So in the teacher's mind, she believes that the child is fully capable of learning 7 hours a day, 5 days a week, not including any extracurricular activity. So she responded to the student's request for a break with a question for me. She said, "But do you think she needs a break?" And my simple response back was, "Do you?" Welcome viewers to my channel. I am so grateful for your presence here. My name is Janine Hogan. I am a 2-time award-winning, 3-time nominee certified educator in grades K through 5 with a master's degree in teacher leadership and a certificate in diversity literacy. I'm so grateful to have you here on my channel where we talk everything empowerment and education. In this video, we are going to talk about self-regulation for kids. 7 reasons why breaks should be normalized across general education classrooms today. And if any of these ideas resonate with you, I highly encourage you to give the video a thumbs up and share a personal testament down in the comments below. I also pray that this message encourages you to break down and build up a personalized learning space for children evolving in your classrooms. Finally, subscribe to the channel for more content related to this message and check out some specialties down in the description box below for more about the channel as well as the Empowered Educator business. With that, let's go ahead and tap deep into this topic today. Breaks are the new norm inside of the general education setting. It seems like more and more of our students are requesting to break before, during, and even after the school day. But what do you do as an educator who is burnt out by this? Sean needs a break. Lily needs a break. You need a break from your kids constantly requesting a break. And don't get me wrong, breaks are time that we need to decompress and release uneasiness as well as stress throughout the workday. However, breaks have become the newest trend in avoidance for classwork and student engagement when there isn't a system already factored into your classroom management plan. There are lots of ways breaking in class can be an effective routine and procedure for your students to help with self-regulating throughout the school day as well as strategies that will set your class apart from any other class within your school district. With that, we're going to go ahead and jump into these 7 reasons. The first reason why breaks should be normalized in your classroom setting is to resolve disruptive behavior. Disruptive behavior in regard to student elopement as well as student aggression. Breaks in your classroom give your students a safe space to withdraw from instruction and focus on redirecting their energy. When you think about all of the action that takes place in your learning space, you'll see all forms of movement, writing, participation, attentiveness, and distractions, all as forces of energy. Think about how much energy is constantly occupied in a confined space for short and long periods of time. Anything can happen or change within that period, and changes affect student interaction as well as student engagement. Effective teachers are always prepared in advance for any uncertain changes that may occur during instruction. The uncertain changes that I am referring to here are student disruption and misbehavior. In my classroom, we use silent signals for students to break as needed. In the beginning of the year, we list reasons students can occupy the break area, how much time is permitted in the break area, as well as mannerisms to use when a student is requesting a classmate to excuse themselves for a turn in that break area. We also model examples and non-examples of what a break looks like, and some of these demonstrations can get quite entertaining. As I've mentioned before in some of my other videos, I have 2 structured break areas in my classroom. Both are away from the carpet area where I mostly teach, which helps students on the carpet focus on instruction while their peers are taking a break without distraction. Check out my classroom tour video to get a better idea about how my break areas look, as well as areas that they are located inside of the classroom. The second reason why breaks should be normalized across classroom culture is to normalize human needs. When I was having the conversation with my peer about allowing her scholar a break, she was concerned about whether or not she needed one because her behavior did not have an impact on her academics. But I challenged her belief by asking her, doesn't she need a break too? Breaking has nothing to do with intellectual needs, IQ level, or what the teacher's opinion is about a child. It has everything to do with accommodations for the child so that they're able to achieve the same learning goals as their peers, no matter their differences. IEP, BSP, 504, Gen Pop. This is what equitable learning is all about. Providing those opportunities for students to grow socially, emotionally, behaviorally, and academically, even in the midst of having differences. Reasons to break for the student are going to be different than her peers. Yes, she's wise and knowledgeable, but the class may be too loud. She may have a hard time focusing, or she may be enduring some personal feelings that she may not feel comfortable expressing to others, at least not in that moment. The other students may need a break because they're tired and they didn't get enough sleep last night, or they've reached their frustration level on an assignment. Regardless of what the situation may be, breaking should be an accommodation for everyone in the classroom. It's a human right. Even teachers get a break throughout the instructional day. The third reason why breaks should be normalized in your classroom culture is to set your class apart from others. My break area is called Make That Change. The name is inspired by Michael Jackson's Man in the Mirror song. In fact, everything in my classroom has a purpose. I don't just decorate my room to make it look pretty or attractive. My room is named, themed, and designed with purpose. Make That Change has a purpose, and over the years, I've developed it to be more and more suitable for new generations of children that enter and exit my class. Every class in my school does not have a break area like this. Some classes across the nation have this feature called a calm down corner or a cool down corner, which I despise of. You're probably wondering, why do I hate terms such as a calm down corner for elementary students? And it's because terms like this, in my perspective, sound condescending. If I was a parent coming in for a classroom tour and the teacher told me that this area is called a calm down corner and it's for my students, I would ask, exactly what are you insinuating about my child or others who will be occupying the learning space? That they're uncontrollable, that they need to be isolated from the rest of the class for misbehavior, or that they're out of control. A cool down corner doesn't sound as considerate for the needs of your students versus you coming up with something more meaningful and powerful for your class. As an educator, be original and come up with your own title for this position. And please don't make this area for students somewhere they can lay down, play, or get too comfortable in. I simply have 2 desks on opposite ends of the classrooms against the walls. There are break rules posted on the wall, as well as posters with strategies to self-soothe, as well as tools. There are positive affirmation coloring pages, construction paper, scissors, and glue. And students also have their own personalized self-care kits they can also use to decompress during their time away from instruction. You all can actually check out more about student self-care kits in the description box below. Regardless, you want your class to be a memorable experience for your students, a place they always look forward to returning. Your break areas can make an impact that no other teacher across your school district is doing. The fourth reason that breaks should be normalized across the classroom setting is to differentiate your instruction. You are going to have students in your class of diverse backgrounds, okay? Students will require accommodations as specified in their IEP, their BSP, their 504, or even unidentified students. Effective teachers are always prepared to differentiate your instruction based on the needs of your students. This includes accommodating your students with structured break areas. I actually have a student currently who is an artist, and she loves making art during her structured break time. She also has an active behavior support plan tailored to her personal behavior goals. Our plan in the classroom to make that child successful is that the student may have access to the break area after she completes an assignment. This system works because it motivates her to do her work, to obtain a preferred activity afterwards. The whole class will also partake in brain breaks as a collective, and I offer opportunities for brain breaking that are not your standard gross motor exercises or would you rather YouTube videos. Collective brain breaks that are effective are yoga exercises, dancing, deep breathing, journaling, and fine motor exercises. And these breaks should not last longer than 5 to 8 minutes with a 2-minute transition in preparation for your next learning lesson. So far, you all, I have given you 4 reasons why break areas should be normalized across classroom settings. Have any of these ideas resonated with you? If so, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. Also, subscribe to the channel for more content related to this message. With that, let's go ahead and jump into idea number 5. The 5th reason that breaks should be normalized across the classroom setting is to give your students a memorable experience. There's no teacher like the one a class or a child will never forget. Content may be lost as the student advances to the next grade level, but they'll never forget that one teacher that gave them a memorable experience. A special area for taking breaks in the classroom or making breaks a structured routine throughout the school year will encourage your students to return each day and give them an experience to look forward to. If your child has siblings, the parent most likely will request you as their child's teacher again. There's nothing worse for people than having a bad experience, whether that be in your neighborhood of residence, shopping, vacationing, or even going out to eat. People come back to places they feel welcomed and appreciated. Make breaks a normal part of your routine so your students too feel a sense of belonging. The 6th reason why breaks should be normalized across general education settings is to accommodate to the IEPs, the BSPs, the 504s, as well as your unidentified students. This idea ties back to reason number 4, differentiating instruction. Some students may require structured breaks according to their accommodations. And as a teacher, you can provide these breaks without causing disruption for learning. You can create a break schedule with specific students or encourage them to complete some classwork first before taking their break. And if you have more than one student that requires this type of support in your class, then you want to have more than one break area available for your students. That way, more students can break at the same time while others are learning. And finally, idea number 7, to provide opportunities for your students to reinforce self-regulation skills. And I'm talking about independently. This is the most important reason out of the other 6 that I've shared, because it is so important that we teach and reinforce with our students strategies to self-soothe. You may even have students working with therapists that can transfer and apply their knowledge to real-life situations in class. Before I wrap up this video, I do want to give my viewers a bonus reason that breaks should start in your classroom right now. I'm talking about right after this video. And that final reason is to empower your students to be in charge of their own choices in the face of challenges and discomfort. So in this video, we unpacked 7 reasons why break areas should be normalized across general education classroom settings today. Let's recap these findings together. Number 1, to resolve disruptive student behavior. Number 2, to normalize human needs. Number 3, to set your class apart from others. Number 4, to differentiate your instruction. Number 5, to give your students a memorable experience. Number 6, to accommodate to students' IEPs, BSPs, 504s, and even your unidentified students. Number 7, to provide students opportunities to reinforce self-regulation skills independently. And then finally, the bonus reason for this video is to empower your students to be in control and in charge of their own choices in the face of challenges and discomfort. You all, I am so grateful again to have your presence here on this channel. I thank you so much for your engagement throughout this video, and I hope that jewels were dropped that will encourage you to make some powerful differences and changes inside of your classroom setting today. I thank you all so much again for your time, and I look forward to seeing you all in the next video. Take care. Peace.